Back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Horror to Culture vidcast. My name is Matt, and I'll be your host today.
Hello again, folks. Up first today, we have the long-awaited return, Season 3 of the Amazon Prime animated series, Invincible. Invincible, of course, was created by Robert Kirkman of The Walking Dead, based on the long-running comic book series, Invincible. We don't normally cover things like Invincible on this vidcast. However, there is a lot of blood and gore on there to keep your little horror hearts happy, so I definitely recommend checking it out, horror fans. A lot of sci-fi elements in there, too, I think you'll dig. Once again, Invincible is now on Season 3, Amazon Prime. It's kind of a throwback to 90s animation, although it seems to be getting a little bit more refined as the seasons go on. So, Season 3. I believe new episodes drop every Thursday on Amazon Prime. Definitely worth checking out. One of the better superhero shows out there if you're a fan of comic books like I am.
Up next, we're going to take a look at the new comic book series from illustrator Mark Spears, simply entitled Monsters. Monsters, which issues 1 through 3 are currently available at your friendly neighborhood comic shop. The style is kind of hard to define as it mixes equal elements of oil painting, digital renderings, and photorealism, creating a very odd and unique mixture that is somehow both retro as well as almost takes on the quality of watching a movie. And so far in the first 3 issues, Monsters has taken on the classic universal monsters such as Dracula, the Creature, Wolfman, and Frankenstein, though the plot is becoming a bit more complex as it goes along, so it's hard telling what other classic monsters might make cameos here, or exactly where the story is headed. It's a very unique blend here, folks, and I'm not usually one for having a dozen gimmick incentive covers, but these very limited print runs have definitely put this title in the category of being a hot ticket right now, with some of the alternate covers going from anywhere from $50 to $200 each right now. So if you're a fan of horror comic books like I am, and experimental artwork and narratives, I definitely recommend checking out Monsters by Mark Spears, while you can still find some affordable copies out there.
Also, on the topic of Mark Spears' Monsters, to be noted this year, on May 3rd is Free Comic Book Day, of which Monsters number 0 will be made available for Free Comic Book Day, so you'll definitely want to check it out. Last episode of the vidcast, we covered the topics of what was it? Puppetry. Horror puppetry, which is a strange adult horror puppetry. You didn't even know that genre existed, but it does. And today we covered a little bit of animation and comic books. On the next episode of the Horror to Culture podcast, we are going to be tackling the history of stop motion, claymation, and animation when it comes to horror and science fiction. So if you have anything you think need to be covered on the next episode of the podcast, hopefully to release next weekend, hit me up at mad247@weirdness.com or at www.horrortoculture.com. That's going to do it for today, folks. As always, keep it creepy, stay spooky, and until the next edition, peace.